My Ubuntu Linux server is running in the Amazon cloud. I've connected to it using the EC2 instance connect, and I can use the command line here. So I'm going to create a file using the touch command, test.txt. So if I list these files, I've got a text file there. Just want to show what happens when I stop my lab. I'll do it two different ways. I can just close this EC2 instance connect tab. That's not going to do anything bad. Go to my list of instances, and I'll just refresh it just to make sure I've got the latest and greatest information about all my instances displayed. I'll check the box next to my Ubuntu server, and I can go to instance state, and I can stop it. And that's fine. You can read that message. I'll stop most of the billing. A tiny bit of billing will still keep happening because that virtual machine is a file that lives on Amazon servers, so they charge me for the storage of that file despite the fact that the server is not running. That's fine. Stop. And this initiates the shutdown process. So same thing, like if you're using your laptop and you use the shutdown feature, it doesn't just instantly just turn off. It tries to clean everything up, gracefully shut down. I can see, whoops, scroll left, that the instant state is stopping, not stopped. So I'll refresh. Shouldn't take too long, but it's stopping. I'll pause the video until it's actually stopped so you don't just have to watch me wait. Okay, that didn't take too long. I refreshed my instances and I can see that my Ubuntu server is stopped. Because I used this method, my Windows server just kept running and running. That wasn't affected. But I can now go click instant state and start, and it's going to start booting it up. But as you might expect, it's now pending. It's going to boot up. It's going to take a minute to actually turn on all the way and pass its status checks, because currently the status check here says initializing. I can't really do anything until it passes those status checks. So again, I'll pause the video and wait for it to actually finish booting up and pass those status checks. Okay, that took a few more minutes than I had hoped, which is a few minutes. I'm not patient today. I'm going to just refresh my instance statuses. 3 of 3 checks passed for my Ubuntu server. All that's good. So with only the Ubuntu server checked, I'll click connect. EC2 instance connect is the default selection. My public IP address is different, but who cares? I don't have to download a remote desktop connection file or anything. Click connect. It'll open up a new tab, and I'm reconnected to my server. So I had created a file last time. And if I type pwd to print my working directory, I'm in my home Ubuntu. And if I ls to list those files, I still have that text file that I created. So just know, like, when you stop this virtual machine and start it back up again, anything that you did to it is going to persist. And that's a good thing. So yeah, we just reconnected. Now, using those reconnecting steps, pretty simple. Reconnecting is the same as connecting the first time. Just have to wait for these instances to pass their status checks. The other way that you could run into this is the first time, like if I end my lab, all right, I'll just close all these tabs. I'll end lab. It's going to put everything to sleep. It's going to stop it. So I'll click yes. It's going to take a little bit for the whole lab to kind of shut down gracefully. There we go. Got the red button. So now if I click start lab again, it's going to automatically take all my virtual machines, those EC2 instances that were just shut down. It's going to start booting them up. I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to give those virtual machines just some time to gracefully shut down. It wouldn't hurt to click Start Lab, but I'm just going to wait to simulate what if I was coming back tomorrow to keep working with my Linux server. What would that look like? Okay, so it's been 5 minutes since I stopped my lab. So I'm going to go ahead and start my lab. This will simulate coming back another day, ready to start my work in the Amazon cloud again. So I'll start this lab. Shouldn't take too long just to get things going. You can see my Amazon Web Services button is currently yellow. As soon as it's green, I can click that button. It will open the web management console where I can access my EC2 instances. But instead of making you wait, once again, I will go ahead and pause this video. All right, it only took 10 more seconds. My button went green, so I'll go ahead and click it, and it will take me right into the web management console. I'm going to click that EC2 service. Mine shows up there because I clicked that star to favorite it. Hopefully you can find it at this point. I will come down to instances, and they're probably still booting up. It says they're running, but that doesn't mean they're ready yet. Yeah, the status checks are both initializing. So it's going to take a couple minutes before they're fully booted up and ready to use. All right, with some magical pausing, I was able to fast forward time, and now both of my servers have passed their status checks. So once again, to connect to that Linux server, check the box, click connect, scroll down, click connect, and in a new tab, I should have access to the command line interface. So it doesn't take too long. Start to finish, about 5 minutes from accessing that Vocarium interface in the learning management system to getting the command line interface here. Not too bad. So if I ls to list my files, I still have that test.txt file that I created previously. So I think that's good. Hopefully now you feel comfortable creating an Ubuntu Linux server instance and connecting to it, that you feel comfortable stopping and starting and reconnecting to it whenever you need to.